For the first time in World Athletics Championship history, we are bringing the fans back at home closer to what is happening here inside the Khalifa International Stadium. Over at the 100-metre start, you will see our colleague Michelle Samet along with our infield host Ewan Thomas. And in a very few short moments, we'll be going out live to the rest of the world to preview today's session, welcome some exciting guests and see what we have to look forward to over the next 5 days.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to day 6 of these IAAF World Championships. And what a glorious afternoon, as ever, inside the Khalifa International Stadium. Last night, the sparklers, well, it was like that on track. It was absolutely electric. I'm Ewan Thomas. I'm here all week, as is Michelle Samet with me here.
And what an amazing night we had. You were just mentioning there on the track and in the field, absolutely incredible scenes. The pole vault final, ecstatic, 2 men over 5.97. An American and championship record in the 800 meters. What was your highlight, Ewan?
To be honest, I think the pole vaulters, not just the fact the competition was so good, they're like brothers. What I don't understand is they're cheering each other on. They're saying, move your run up forward a bit. They're almost helping each other. They're absolutely true competitors. And you know what? We can have a look at the best of the parts of last night if you look at the big screens. Here's the best of the action.
But it's Donovan Brazier coming round into the home straight and beckoning history. Potentially the first US man ever to win a world 800 meters title. Brazier is moving away, Tuka in second, Rotich closing for third. But it's a moment in time for the United States. Donovan Brazier, 1:42.34. What a time!
A championship record.
This will turn the initiative back in the favour of the defending champion. 5.92. He's done it! Oh my goodness me!
Duplantis as he attempts 5.92 for the third time. And he does it!
And now we get to see what Duplantis has got. Must clear to stay in the hunt for gold. Oh, it's unbelievable! It is absolutely incredible. The teenager has just done it again. Kendricks for one last chance to keep his dream of gold alive. And he's done it. Cometh the hour, cometh the man, cometh the defending champion. This is the men's 200 metres World Championship final. What a race in prospect. As the lights return, the reality dawns. A huge roar for this hotly anticipated final. Great start by De Grasse. Adam Jamili on his inside, and we still haven't seen the acceleration yet from Noah Lyles. Lyles is leaving it late. He's under pressure. Now he's coming through. He's got all the talent in the world, and now he's got the gold medal to match. 19.82. He thought he would go faster. He was under huge pressure. A wonderful run by De Grasse to put him under so much pressure. Adam Jamili was right there on the bend as well. Lyles had it all to do, and when he needed to, he delivered.
It really was electric inside the stadium last night, and expect pretty much the same this evening. We've got some big finals. Catherine and Jeff will take us through those very shortly, but for me, the pick of the bunch will be the 110 hurdles for men and, of course, the women's 200-metre final. We certainly have got some big finals, and last night I caught up with some big men. Take a look at this.
You can see a clear difference here, not just in size, but in stature. I get the rubbish plastic chair, he gets the Bosch chair. You're about to get the medal. How does it feel? Competition's all done. This is your moment to be proud.
To be honest, I'm really relieved that it's actually over, because it's truly been a long season, and I genuinely want to rest. But to get a medal at the World Championship, it's truly an honor. And, you know, I did it at the World Youth, I did it at the World Juniors. You know, I got one at the senior level, so, you know, I am transitioning well, and I'm thankful.
I've got to say as well about the Jamaican crowds, wherever you go around the world, you come in force, and that you guys are loud, which is fantastic. It must help when you're out there competing.
You know, strangely enough, I never knew that so many Jamaicans lived in Qatar. But, you know, it's really a good feeling to actually see people here and actually giving you the support that, you know, it's really a feeling.
And what happens next for you? As you said, it's been a long season. I'm assuming you relax now. Are you going to go on holiday somewhere?
I'm not really, you know, the holiday type. I just want to sleep.
Don't sleep yet. You've got to go and get your medal. Congratulations.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, man. Thank you. So, Daniel, big celebrations last night, running around the track, feeling very happy. Have you calmed down yet? Has it sunk in? You're the world champion.
Yeah, I'm really happy and I'm really proud. And I'm pretty still empty in the head. I haven't slept so much this night, only 45 minutes. So I'm still full of adrenaline.
And how does it feel, the fact that in a moment's time you're going to walk out there, you're going to hear your national anthem, obviously everyone you know back home, the whole nation will be so proud. How does that make you feel?
That's the most beautiful thing I'm going to do. So it's going to be a very historical moment for me and my home country.
Something that will live with you forever.
Yes.
And we saw you going over a couple of hurdles yesterday. A future there maybe for you?
No, but I wanted to show the people that also big guys can run.
You can run. I mean, I must admit, as soon as you knew you'd won it, you went down fast.
Yeah, I was like a bull, you know, just going for it.
Well, you know what, honestly, on behalf of everyone, congratulations last night. It was historic for you, and enjoy your moment in the sunshine. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, mate. Well done.
Thank you, Ewan, and what an amazing place to catch up with the athletes. Now, this championships, we've got something completely new, which is a 2-day multi-events festival. And to celebrate that, we've got ourselves some very special guests today. Joining me are Ashton Eaton and Brianne Tyson-Eaton. And before we're going to have a quick chat with them, let's take a look at some of their highlights over their careers.
Eaton, is he going to get there? It's going to be so close. Wow. 4:17.52. The world record has gone to Ashton Eaton. He's taken his own world record. Beautifully paced run. Wonderful moments. There's Brianne, his wife. She has got silver in the heptathlon. And Tyson Eaton comes through, and with Nawaba around 2:10. So let's just see as the clock ticks away.
Ashton Eaton, husband, can barely look on. It was a huge, huge margin. Tyson Eaton grew in belief, and listen to that.
4.847 points, and she has been overtaken, and she did in such style. And there are Ashton and Brianne, the unique husband and wife gold medalists at a World Indoor Championships.
And here we have them with us now. I'll start with you, Ashton. We can hear some cheers for you guys.
Yes, absolutely.
How excited are you to be here in a completely new role now that you have stepped away from the track?
This is super exciting to be kind of like on the other side of the fence and just be able to watch and spectate. There is a part of me that wishes I was down there with the guys, but mostly just to be with them and around them, not so much competing against them because they're all pretty good today.
And Brianne, you guys have shared some exciting news recently, which is that you're expecting a baby. How many times have you heard the question, is he or she going to be a multi-eventer?
Yeah, we've got it quite a bit. Who knows? It may not even be an athlete. Ash and I always joke that it could be totally different than us and have like musical talent or artistic talent. So we'll just wait and see.
And I just mentioned there earlier, for the first time in World Championship history, we actually have the decathlon and the heptathlon on the very same day. How do you feel about that? Are you looking forward to just running around, following both? Ashton?
Yeah, I'm actually very excited. Some of the best times for Brianna and I were when we were competing together, as you saw in the Portland World Indoor. But I think it's going to be really cool to keep track of both the men and women at the same time. It happens a lot in Gutsis, one of our favorite meetings as multi-event athletes. So I think it's a cool program.
And Brianne, as a multi-eventer, it's so hard because you have 2 days of competition, and in between you always have these breaks. How do you stay focused in situations like that when you go in the holding room?
So I think in the past, when you'd have these long breaks, a lot of the training would actually be figuring out how to relax so that you could actually have a nap or something in between the long breaks. And I actually think this schedule is going to be really good for the athletes because they'll just get to roll from one event to the other, and I think it could make for some really big performances.
And we've just seen some of your highlights there, and I believe earlier today you donated some of your kit to the IAAF Heritage Exhibition. Now, which kit did you donate, Ashton?
The kit that you actually saw, so from Portland World Indoor. Portland and Oregon were very special to us, and it's the place where we both won golds at World Indoor. So yeah, it's and we didn't wash them. Actually, I think we did wash them, but.
And Brianne, if you look back on your career, which one of all of those moments was your highlight? Both for you as an athlete, but also as a wife?
I think for me as an athlete, it was Portland. Is the first, only World Championship gold medal I won, and to do it in the way that I did it was really special to me. And then for Ashton, it was his 2 world records, and I think the one in Beijing was the most exciting. I remember him in the combined events room, right before the 1500 saying, I don't know if I can do this. And just to see him do it was incredible. I mean, he absolutely killed himself for it, so it was good.
Thank you guys so much for coming on, and I bet you can't wait as much as I can to watch these decathletes and heptathletes battle it out. But speaking of what's on tonight, I think you've got Kat and Jeff with you to talk through what's coming on.
I certainly have. Thanks, Michelle, as ever. One of my favourite parts of the evening, speaking to our brilliant commentary team of Jeff Whiteman and Catherine Merry. And I'll start. Jeff's got a big smile on his face. I've got to say, he's been a bit of a winner because we had like a draw today amongst the team here, and he's won himself a new watch.
It's a
so
Seiko watch. Did you win one?
No, I didn't win one.
Did you win one, Kath?
No.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
But you know why you won it, Jeff? It was an inside job, because we know it takes you at least 4.5 minutes to get your seat up there, and we're going to see if you can better that tonight.
Can I just mention something for you to look forward to at the end of the week? The media 800 metres in the final day session. That's open to anybody involved in the media. 800 metres, including British record holders at 400. We'll see you there, Ewan.
Are you talking to me, Jeff? I think my running days have long gone, but in terms of tonight and the action, what are you looking forward to?
We've just come from a meeting where we've been told in no uncertain terms, heptathlon and decathlon, front, left and centre stage, across the whole of the next 2 days. Everything else is woven around that. And the narrative in the decathlon really is today is a big day for France, because they've got Pascal Martinot-Lagarde going in the sprint hurdles, and they've got Kevin Mayer defending his decathlon title. No medals so far. They'll be a bit anxious about how the next 24 hours pans out.
And rightly so that the multi-eventers are getting their sort of day in the sunshine, if you want, because they're brilliant, obviously all-round athletes. And sometimes they're not overlooked, but so much goes on in a World Championships. You can be forgiven for missing a few events, but it's good. Everyone's going to be watching them, and rightly so.
And it's different to the rest of the athletics we've seen, because it's everybody against everybody against the clock, the bar, and the distance thrown. Points are what matter in the decathlon. You can have a couple of weaknesses, but on the whole, the champion will be the one that distributes it best and makes fewest errors.
And Catherine, they seem to have almost like a cult following, the athletes, don't they? The heptathletes and the decathletes. People love them.
It's funny you should say that, because just to our right-hand side, the Eatons are getting cheered on. The fans that are coming in are already standing up and getting pictures of them. Yes, they do, and quite rightly so, as you say. Very much looking forward to that men's decathlon, and equally so looking forward to the women's heptathlon. Nafi Tiam, the defending champion, the Olympic champion, over 7,000 points at her best. Katharina Johnson-Thompson from Great Britain and Northern Ireland in the mix as well. I love it because it's 2 fast and furious days of pressure, because 1 bad event, 3 no jumps in a long jump, and that's it, it's done.
And Kath, just over your shoulder, we can actually see the timetable on the screen there, and lots of great events coming out, and as it's been every night here, action-packed.
It is, and that's why it's fantastic. And we do have a couple of other finals. Jeff briefly mentioned the men's 110-metre hurdle final. So we've got the semi-finals first, and then the final later. Omar McLeod, the defending champion, the Olympic champion from Jamaica, is in good shape now. He's back from injury. But also in the field, we've got the men's hammer. Pavel Fidek's looking to defend his world title. They could get 2 medals in that Poland in the men's hammer final tonight.
And Jeff, talking of the sprint hurdles, it always deems me as one of those events where you've got to get it bang on. You know, you hit a hurdle, you clip 2 or 3 hurdles, it's your game over.
Well, we all know hurdlers who impose themselves at the first hurdle. And essentially, if you are struggling in a rhythmic event after the first hurdle, it's very, very difficult to make up the ground. So the start is always crucial in the sprints, but getting to the first hurdle is crucial in the sprint hurdles. On the sprint front, women's 200-metre final. There's a lot of expectation on Dina Asher-Smith to become Britain's first ever global gold medalist at 200 metres. A lot of her opposition has melted away, but it isn't over until the fat lady sings or until she crosses the line.
Well, talking of people who are slightly overweight, Jeff, you best get yourself to your commentary position. But for now, Michelle, back to you.
Thanks, guys, and I hope you're having a great night tonight. Now, as we saw earlier, the green room behind the medal ceremony is a great spot to catch up with athletes. And Ewan went to catch up with Uganda's 800-meter world champion, Halima Nakayi, and let's hear what she had to say. Maybe not.
This is the room you want to be in. This is a room that indicates you've got a gold, a silver, or maybe a bronze. But Halima here, you've got the gold in the 800 last night. You're about to get your medal. Yeah. How do you feel right now? How proud are you?
I'm so privileged. This is a great opportunity for me, and it's a great step in my life, and even in Uganda at large, global sports communication. I'm so delighted for winning the World Championship. Being a champion, it's not easy, so I'm really so proud.
It's not easy. Obviously, months of hard work goes into training to run those 2 laps. Normally, you see your rivals in a different way. You're about to go to battle. But in this room, it's nice and relaxed. You're all friends now. The hard work has been done.
Yeah. For sure, this one showed me whenever you do hard work, it's always being paid. So mentally, I had to be strong. I knew my body was in a good shape, so I kept on pushing because I knew I was in good shape. I had a good preparation.
And when you're out there in a minute, the setting is absolutely beautiful. Do you think you might cry? Do you think you're going to be composed? How do you feel right now?
Today, it's my day to celebrate. Even you people at home that are there to celebrate. It's just going to be cheerful. I'll be smiling. I'll be singing our national anthem for the first time because I'm the first person to get a medal in 800 meters. So it's just a happy day.
Well done. I'm sure your family are proud, and all of Uganda. Well done.
Thank you very much. Thanks for organizing this event.
It was an absolutely glorious night for Australia at last night. And where I'm actually standing around here, Kelsey Lee, this is around the 66-metre mark, your winning throw. But before I talk to you, I'm sure you're going to smile when you watch it again. Let's look back at that winning performance.
Can she just find those next few metres that she so much needs at this moment? She can! She saved her best to last. 66-56.
The world champion in Doha, Kelsey Barber of Australia.
So it was a silver in the Commonwealth Games for you. You went one better last night, the first medal for Australia in these championships. Did you feel that pressure? Did you think, I can get a medal here tonight? The Aussies need something. I've got to win it. Did you feel that pressure a bit?
Not necessarily. Coming into these championships, I sort of put myself out there and said I want to be on the podium. So I really came out last night and just tried to do what I've been doing all season. The consistency was hopefully pay off. And if that was the case, I was going to put myself in that contention. To walk away with the gold was maybe a little bit surprising, but I'm just super happy with the way I competed last night.
How does a javelin thrower approach a final? Is it kind of like you want to smash the first one out, get a really good marker, or you are conscious you best get a safe throw in? What's the sort of tactics?
I don't think there's really any easy throw versus hard throw per se. For me, it's all about process driven, and if I can get my process down. I know the big throws will come. If you try too hard in javelin, it tends to go the opposite way, and you'll see the javelins sort of spit out in all different directions. And I don't think there's anything as a safe throw, because the girls can do anything, and you sort of got to take it in your own hands and sort of make it happen.
And in terms of the pressure you feel once you've thrown, because obviously you had to wait, didn't you? You know, you could have been beaten. What is that like? Because I know there's a nice camaraderie between the athletes and you want to see people do well, but you must be sitting there thinking, come on, have a foul throw or don't throw very far. What's it like? Because you're sitting down, you're thinking, I'm nearly world champion, I'm not quite there.
Yeah, well, I almost think I had an early celebration on it, to be honest. I was kind of like, oh, hang on, check myself, there's still 3 more throwers to go. But those are probably the quickest 3 rounds of javelin I've ever experienced. I sort of was pacing a little bit, and Sarah came up to me and gave me a hug and just told me to breathe, which was just so wonderful and so lovely. As you said, the camaraderie between the girls is unbelievable, and it was so nice to be able to share that with them.
And Kelsey, can I ask, has it sunk in yet? You're world champion. Have you come down to earth yet?
Honestly, not really. I'm still just reliving this moment every few minutes, actually, and standing out here and seeing the video from last night. And I think the medal ceremony tonight will really hit hard. I'm just trying to enjoy it all.
You should enjoy it all, and listen, while no one's watching, maybe steal a bit of grass, put it in your pocket, because this is special for you. Thank you, and well done last night. Excellent performance, well done. Enjoy your moment up there as well tonight.
Yes, thank you
Brilliant.
so much. I certainly will.
Michelle, back to you.
Thank you, Ewan, and thank you, Kelsey Lee, for coming on and enjoy that medal ceremony. I'm sure it'll be an absolute delight. Now, early in the week, Ewan gave us a bit of an idea of what it's like in the call room, but we thought we'd go a step further and give you the full athlete experience from getting off the bus to the warm-up track all the way to the race and what follows next. So we got a special guest to take us around and show us the full athlete experience at these World Athletics Championships.
Track. So normally I come up here and I warm up at the 100 meters straight. So I do like 3 100s just to get my body warmed and ready to roll. So let's go. You know, this is where we sit. Not like this though, like this. Or like this. You're ready, you know, you're trying to get into that zone, you're focused. You know, one thing I wish I could do was when I'm walking out, let's say, let's go! But I can't do that because that's not me at all. I would probably freak out. So it's time to come out. And when you're coming out, you do some moves. And you're ready, and you look at the crowd, the lights, the excitement. And across the line, and then guess what? I won. And then that's when all the flood of emotions, you know, start to come in. I've never cried during a championship. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not a crying type, so yeah. And that's the media conference. Go to your press conference. You have a question? Any question? English, I want English. Only English, no translator today. No translator today. So guys, thank you so much for coming on the tour with me during my whole experience for the 100 meters. And this is where it ends. We have to make sure that, you know, athletes stay clean and run fair. So until next time.
So much going on there for the athletes. It's about so much more than just the race or just the field event. But so much more is also going on across social media. And we've put our highlights from yesterday together for you in our 60 seconds of social.
We're only halfway through these championships, but already so many great memories are being made. For me, one of the biggest characters in the sport, the Viking, yes, Karsten Warholm. We remember the start of the race when the spotlight came on him and he literally roared to the heavens, defended his title under a lot of pressure. Let's be honest, that race could have been won by about 3 people. We're so close on paper, but he held his nerve and he won it. And I think he's fast becoming one of the most charismatic, biggest characters within this sport. And once again, I was very lucky because I went behind the scenes and I caught up with him yesterday before he got his medal. Let's take a look. Karsten, we love you. Every time we see you, you're full up, you're pumped of energy. Today is a day to relax for you. You're about to get your medal.
Yes, I'm feeling very calm today, to be honest. You know, I'm feeling like I dried out yesterday, and now I'm just at peace with myself. So today I'm calm and feeling good.
What did you think to the light show? Because watching it as a spectator, it was really dramatic. When the spotlight came onto you, you literally roared and you looked up. It was almost angelic. It looked brilliant.
I was like thinking, this is a Hollywood movie. I got to make the most of it. So that was me.
So 2 times world champion now. Has it sunk in yet?
I want to say yes and no because I know that I won, but at the same time it takes some time to digest it. And it was the same when it happened in London, but at the same time now, put it into perspective that I've done it 2 times in a row. It's even bigger for me, so I probably take some time to digest that.
Now, I know you've been there before and you've heard your national anthem many times, but just try and explain how special it feels for an athlete.
I think it's very special because especially in Norway, when we don't get that many medals, it's a very special moment when the national anthem comes on the world stage. So for me, it's a big moment, and I'm looking forward, and I wish that it could last forever.
Well, I've got a funny feeling we're going to hear it for many years to come. My friend, well done last night. Once again, legend.
Appreciate it. Thank you. The same to you.
I think that's the calmest I've ever seen him, Yoon. How did you do that?
Well, he's normally screaming and pumping his chest. What I like about him is he's just charismatic. He's a Viking, he's a warrior. You think when there's 2 people with 50 meters to go neck and neck, he's got something. I don't think you can teach it. Often people ask me about Olympians and what makes people different. And I think most athletes, 7 out of 10 athletes, will all be of similar ability. But it's the 1 or 2 who have got this switch, if you like, who can really turn it on when pressure is on. And I think Karsten's just got it.
So we're at the end of the show very much. What's your highlight for tonight to look out for, Ewan?
I think I'm going to be slightly biased in this, obviously, Dina Asher-Smith, because I think she was so close in the 100 metres. The 200, I would say, is a stronger event. Yeah, the pressure's on her, because I think on paper she is favourite, but she can do it, and I really want to see her do it, because she's obviously such a hard-working athlete, but she's nice as well, and it does make a difference. When you meet someone off track who's humble and likes other people and other people like her, I think the nation want to see her win. So I think Dina Asher-Smith, the final event for me, is going to be gold.
And of course, the start of the Multi-Events Festival. We've got 2 really exciting days of heptathlon and decathlon coming up, so let's take a look how that goes.
It's going to be brilliant. Now for you, you go off to your post sheet and you enjoy yourself, and I stay down here and I continue, because I will be the infield host as ever for the whole evening. I will see you tomorrow.
See you
Do
tomorrow.
me a favour, one day when you're one of them posh seats and I'm hot down here, bring me down an ice cream or something.
Absolutely.
That would be nice.
Last day.
Brilliant, I would love that.
Take care.
Yes, I'm going to be here as ever all evening, and as we've said, we've been really spoiled. Day 5 last night was absolutely superb. I think day 6 is going to be equally as good, and now we can take a look at the highlights from yesterday.